The spruce budworm is an insect that lives in the Boreal Forest, and about every 35 years, outbreaks occur, which kill trees and noticeably change our landscape.
So it's spruce budworm is a native pest, a native insect in the Boreal Forest of Canada. It has outbreaks about every 35 years, and so the last big outbreak in this region sort of ended in the late 80s or early 90s. But it has big outbreaks all across most of eastern Canada. Right now there's a big outbreak going on in parts of Quebec, and this outbreak is spreading into parts of New Brunswick and then parts of eastern Ontario. And so some of the research we do here looks at the disturbance the insect causes in the forest and then things that we can do to mitigate that disturbance.
One way that you can help with research is by taking part in the Spruce Budworm Tracker program. This program is now in its second year and gives everyone an opportunity to become a citizen scientist.
So the Budworm Tracker is a citizen science project where we're asking people to help us keep an eye on spruce budworm populations where they live. So we can do this with a bug trap, an insect trap that people hang in the woods and that will collect moths. So that the spruce budworm, it's a caterpillar when it feeds on the trees. That caterpillar turns into a moth and those moths fly around on the landscape. We have special traps that will catch just those moths, and if people hang them in the woods, then we can know when the moths are arriving and how many of them there are in different places in Ontario. This monitoring is done by the province, and by us when we're doing research projects, but we can't be everywhere. So this is the way that we can get people to help us sample places that we can't get to.
Average Canadians from across the region are joining in and are encouraged to take part in the program.
Anybody can do this. So we've had families, we've had naturalists, we've had Ontario Parks has helped us out with some of this, with some of their naturalists and some of their people who work in the parks in the summertime. Anybody who has an interest in insects, in the forests, in knowing what's going on in their natural environment can do this kind of project. School groups, service groups, anybody who's really interested, we'd be happy to have as part of the project.
Natural Resources Canada makes the process easy and fun to take part in and will send you a prepared kit with instructions on how to complete your research.
So we send them a kit. A kit is it's an insect trap. It looks kind of like an ice cream pail with a lid on it. Inside is we put a lure which contains a pheromone, which is basically a smell that male moths are attracted to. This trap gets hung up in a tree. Inside the tree we put a little bit of, it's called the epona. It's a strip that when the moths go in they die. And then with the kit you get a notebook to record any observations you want to make, and then some bags and some envelopes to collect the moths as they go into the trap. And then what we ask is that when people who become a part of the project is that they commit to monitoring the trap every week during the flight season, which is sort of June, July, August in northwestern Ontario or northern Ontario. And when they do that, they promise to go out to the trap at least once a week and check the moths and remove the moths that are in the trap. And then at the end of this, and then during the project, they can either record the number of moths they've caught on the Budworm Tracker website, which they are able to access either on their computer or through their smartphone, or they can send everything back to us at the end of the summer, and we can enter it into the database.
The ultimate goal is to better understand migration during an outbreak and where spruce budworm is most active. To take part in the Spruce Budworm Tracker program, you can visit budwormtracker.ca. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Greg Seiler.